Hello. Nearly 2,000 applied. 63 were chosen, 8 won their heats to become semi-finalists, and now there are 3 here to battle it out to become our winner.
Today is our 10th final. And once again, we have a mystery sitter.
Intriguing. I wonder who it could be. Only one way to find out. Welcome to the final of Portrait Artist of the Year.
In our 10th year, we've once again built our set, washed our paintbrushes, and opened our doors to the finest artistic talent that the UK and Ireland have to offer.
Today's the day.
I like to have loads of time. I like to be on my own. None of those things are true right now.
Before I start, I say to the canvas, let's have a good relationship.
And does the canvas respond?
Mostly.
The clock is ticking now, isn't it?
I'm starting to feel a bit panicky. I wish I had a bit more time.
I'm so tired.
It's all going to be great.
I hope so.
At the heats, we looked on in amazement as they produced portraits of some of the nation's most beloved faces.
Well, hello. Wow. Oh, my gosh. Would you like me, 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 me?
Oh, my goodness. So emotional. This is incredible.
You're making me well up.
I'm blown away.
What a wonderful world to have such creatures in it.
At the semi-final, a selected few battled it out to capture the likeness of much-loved Spice Girl Emma Bunton.
Oh my goodness, I actually feel a bit emotional.
And our finalists were chosen.
Davide Di Taranto. Lorena Levy. Wendy Barrett.
I was just happy to be in the competition, and to be in the final is beyond my dreams, really.
Now they are within touching distance of our prize, a £10,000 commission to paint renowned conservationist Dr. Jane Goodall for the National Portrait Gallery.
Standing in their way, today's challenge and an extra commission painting.
Oh, wow, these are amazing. Oh, my goodness.
So who will rise to the challenge and claim the title?
The winner of Portrait Artist of the Year is...
For their last challenge, the finalists have returned to find the Battersea Arts Centre's Grand Hall transformed.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, that looks good.
wow. There's a lot going on, actually.
Well, we've got an old TV camera.
And then the lights as well.
Oh, an interesting background. It looks quite sort of 60s. What's on the table? There's a microphone. Do you think an interviewer?
Director, maybe.
What are you thinking, film director?
Probably, yeah.
We've got 3 incredible finalists. They all create really interesting paintings. You've got Wendy, who give us these incredible monumental heads. Davide, who wants to give us these things as if they've come from hundreds of years in the past. And Lorena's got such an unusual style. She relies so heavily on line, but it's never illustrative. It's the final. It's basically, we're looking for greatness, nothing short.
I'd never in a million years thought I'd get this far. It's just amazing painting with these 2 artists who are exceptional.
It means a lot to be here today. Just getting to the final, it feels great. The opportunity to paint someone that's going to be held in a national collection is huge.
Lorena and Wendy are very different from my work. I feel good with them because we support each other in this competition. For me, winning could change my life.
It must be really scary coming here today to paint a portrait for such a big prize. The final gets a bit scary for us as well. We've got to get the right person for the commission, so it gets more forensic.
It's really difficult today with these 3 finalists because they are so different in the work that they produce. But you couldn't ask for a better sitter, and it's going to be fun.
Wendy, Lorena, Davide, congratulations on being our 10th set of finalists. Today's a very special occasion, and while we love everyone who sat for us in the past, I think you'll agree that today is something extra special. Your sitter began her career in broadcasting in the 1960s, and was a pioneer in arts and culture. She's interviewed everyone from Paul Newman to Nelson Mandela, from Harold Pinter to Marcel Duchamp. She's published 10 books, including an autobiography and 2 novels. 12 years ago, she took her seat in the House of Lords, and 10 years ago, she began hosting Sky Art's most successful television show. It is, of course, our very dear, much-loved Dame Joan Bakewell.
Hello again. Nice to see you. I never expected to be in this position. Hello. It's great to see you. Wow.
Wow, Joan. How nice to have you here. We've tried to make the set look a bit reminiscent of late-night lineup. How have we done?
Well, Lineup was in a tiny, tiny studio, so this is opulent by comparison.
Now, over the years, you've held some reasonably forthright views on portraiture. What are you expecting today?
Well, I do like to see paint splashed on the canvas, but it's always a pleasure to see the actual texture of oil, ink, charcoal. I like big marks.
Big marks. And you have a couple of portraits of you in your home,
Yes, I have one or two, yes.
Yeah.
People had a go.
Well, there you are, artists. You have a fabulous sitter. You have 4 hours to complete your portrait of Dame Joan Bakewell, and your time starts now.
Okay. Could you stay? Oh, sorry, it's lovely. That's
the girl with the pearl earring.
Girl, yeah. It is. Don't recognise you.
Joan, I just find that her face, her eyes hold a lot of character. That's going to be quite exciting for me to do. Like, it's nice to have someone that is already, like, a familiar face.
I'm so interested in Joan's face because it tells a story. There's a wealth of knowledge in there. I mean, I love the set, and it's giving that ambience and that nostalgia, but I don't feel I necessarily have to put that into the painting. I just have to feel it to be able to put it into her face.
It's a pleasure to work on Joan's portrait. Now I'm drawing the face, and then I start to put the gold leaves on the background.
Hello, Wendy.
Hello.
We got the wonderful Joan.
Yes.
Can I say, she's being a terrible sitter. I mean, she
Awful.
should know. Yeah, she's on her phone, she's fidgeting. Because I think she just wants to be here talking to you, but unfortunately, Joan's got to sit there doing nothing.
But that's part of her, isn't it?
Yes.
So Joan's giving us Joan.
Yes.
At her heat, Wendy Barrett painted opera singer Nikki Spence, and her clever composition ensured the judges picked her to go through to the next stage.
Wendy made a really good decision to go right in for that head. It's got a presence to it.
And you do understand that he's a mountain of a man, even though we're only getting head and shoulders.
Her semi-final painting of Emma Bunton continued to demonstrate her ability to capture an interesting pose and impress the judges.
Everything is very well balanced, as is the expression on the face. There's not much there, and yet every element sings. Now, you've chosen a particular image of Joan.
Yeah.
Tell me why this particular one.
I took a lot of images, and luckily I got one that had that searching look in her eye. Some parts of it, like the mouth, I'm not that happy with, but I can change that.
So at the moment, you're working from this because of the look in her eyes.
Because of the look in the eye.
And you might use another image for her mouth. You collage what you need to match what you think about Joan. So do you think it helps if one knows somebody with capturing their likeness?
It can do, but just knowing somebody and not drawing them probably isn't enough. You learn more by drawing.
I mean, you made a wonderful start, so please
Okay.
continue with your magic.
Thank you. Thank you, Ty.
I think when I started the drawing, I was like, oh, is this going in the right direction? But since then, yeah, I'm feeling pretty content with the way that it's flowing at the moment.
26-year-old Lorena Levy's style caught the judges' attention at her heat, where she painted author and former politician Rory Stewart.
I just love the way Lorena walks that line between illustration and painting, and this is really painterly.
Her semi-final portrait of Emma Bunton showed consistency and once again hooked the judges.
This is Lorena's style. She's played with the features as she always does. I really like this as an artwork.
Lorena, you're drawing in pencil. You've got the form there already. Were you put off at all when she said that she likes great big brush strokes?
Yeah.
Does that influence you when you know what your sitter likes and what they want? Are you trying to make them happy?
Yeah, 100%. I want to think of a way that I can incorporate, like, more of a gestural brushstroke, and I'm thinking with the clothes doing something like that, because I think in the past I do like fine line with it, but maybe doing something a bit thicker.
Well, look, early stages, but you've really, really caught something off her. Let's see if we can get her loving your painterly way of doing it rather than these big gestural strokes she was talking about.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how she finds it.
While Wendy and Lorena are working in the same medium as previous heats, Davide is going off-piste for his final flourish.
Ciao, Davide.
Ciao.
Come va?
Bene.
You feeling okay?
Yeah, very well.
How exciting. We're going to get to see a painting a bit more like your submission with this beautiful gold background, almost like a little icon painting.
It's an icon.
Why did you want to do that today?
Because the final, I want to push myself, but I think I will do a proper work.
Davide Di Taranto won his heat, having created a sensitive portrait that responded both to his sitter, Philippa Perry, and to her object.
The candle just sitting there so beautifully, they're speaking to each other. It's a powerful relationship between the two objects.
At the semi-final, his miniature of Emma Bunton secured him a place in today's challenge.
Davide, he's invented. I always like a painting that in 50 years' time, our children will look at it and go, that's an interesting painting. I can have that on my wall. I don't know who it's of, but it's an interesting piece of work.
Have you been practicing?
Yeah, practicing. Also, the experience I had with two portraits of Filippa and Emma helped me to improve this style, this texture, which is obviously different from my work normally I do. I'm working now with a very tiny brush.
Yeah.
So I think I will find a good way to
be able to do it in one day. I mean, it's very exciting.
I normally work layer by layer. Okay. I find contrast between one layer and another.
Yeah, it's a beautiful process.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very excited to see our icon turn into one of Davide's icons. Enjoy it. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Our artists have completed 1 hour of their final challenge.
I think okay with where I'm at. I've done like cheek down to chin, so that's slightly slower than I would have ideally wanted, but I'm not too like concerned right now.
I'm working now on John's glove, the first layer. So then I will go with the second layer and then the third layer, and in the details.
Putting the first stage of colour on is always a bit nerve-wracking. Once I've got the canvas covered, then I'm a lot calmer. And I think I'm up to speed with the painting, I think.
Our finalists have been painting legendary broadcaster Joan Bakewell for the last hour. But they're not the only ones feeling the monumentality of the occasion.
it's the final for them, but it's the final for me too. This is my last outing for Portrait Artist of the Year, so I have a great sympathy that we are all on our last run.
What a great sitter.
What a great sitter. I mean, I feel it's possibly an act of cruelty making Joan sit still for that long without speaking.
I have to say, she's terrible at sitting. She's constantly on the go. Her mind is overactive, isn't it?
Yeah, and when she's bored, she doesn't hide it. Yeah, she's a great sitter, bad at sitting.
But she looks fantastic there. What she's wearing is fantastic. And the set is very beautiful. It has a huge nostalgia. It has a particular flavour. Interestingly, none of the artists are tackling it.
Right.
But I do feel that it being there and its collaboration, in a sense, with Joan is giving off a flavour.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to is whether you pick the same painting that Joan does.
You know, we wish we won't. You know, it's, you know the history between us and Joan? It's been a titanic battle. So
I'm quite happy with the colours that are going down and the marks that I'm putting down. I want to keep the painting animated because Joan is moving quite a lot. She's naturally inquisitive, so she's looking around, and it helps me to add that animation to my brush strokes.
For me, it's very important to catch the real character, the expression of the face. I haven't catch yet, so now I need to work to focus on the character of Joan.
We're in our second hour. I think when I've got the eyes completely down, then I'll feel more of a relaxed state. Until that's done, I don't have like full grasp on how I feel with it.
Joan Bakewell, welcome, and thank you for coming on the show. I don't know where to begin with your career, because you've just...
Oh, my career?
Well, yeah, let's talk about your career. Obviously, you've been
It's
involved...
nearly over.
I know you, Joan. I don't believe that for a moment. I mean, you've been involved in arts in one way, capacity or another.
I carved out a little area which I could call my own, because I was appointed to Newsnight as a reporter, and I wasn't very good at that. So I went to the editor and said, no one has ever reported on the arts exclusively. And he said, yes, that's true. Go and do it. That's how you got jobs in those days.
Yeah. Of course, here I am interviewing you. I feel like someone playing tennis with Serena Williams. I mean, you were the first person to interview Nelson Mandela, is that right, when he came out of...
Yes, the world knew that he was likely to come out of prison. And, of course, that would be a world event. So the BBC flew me out to ingratiate myself with all the people who surrounded him. And they said, no interviews, no interviews, no interviews. Oh, well, if you turn up early in the morning, he will do an interview for you. And so I got the interview.
Wow.
There is such a pressure on the artist. There's the normal pressure of it being the final, but then there's the pressure of it being the Baroness. I mean, this is our treasure.
Well, I'm worried that because I know her so well, I'm going to be looking for something even more in the portrait. This is our greatest woman.
But I think they've all started really well. No one's wasting any time. No one's made any compositional mistakes. Where they are at the beginning of the day sets them up for a really good day.
Yeah.
But, oh, my God, I'm so excited for the commissions. It's like our little Christmas present when we get these every year. It's really special because it's like, who are you as an artist when you're not with us?
On their own terms, in their own time.
Yeah.
It's got to be good.
Today's portrait of the Dame account for only one element of the work the artists will be judged on. In advance of the final, we asked the artists to complete a portrait in their own time.
I decided to paint Sam, my partner. He's one of the funniest people I know. Yeah. Here we go back a bit. Okay, let's try that. And just kind of look in that direction. Nice. I think my paintings do carry like a little bit of awkwardness and something that might be a bit uncomfortable for people to like see in themselves. So I think it's going to be interesting for Sam to see the way that I display him in this painting. Cool.
In Worthing, preparations of Wendy's husband Fred, a circus performer, are bringing back memories of her first ever drawing of him.
Fred was balancing a wine bottle upside down on his chin, then with a tray on top of that, and then with an upright wine bottle on the top of that. And I just thought, wow.
It's a beautiful drawing.
Fred's a performer, but he also has a much quieter side. And I want to try and show those two emotions within the painting. Relax your face. Look straight.
Relax my face.
Yeah, look straight. But I also wanted to include his hands. The tattoo on the back of his left hand was his wedding ring from me to him. And also because I just love holding his hands, so I think they're an important part of my portrait of him. I think we've got it. That's a nice one.
Along the coast in Southampton, Davide is taking a moment to reflect on his artistic priorities before embarking on his portrait.
I paint what I feel. Because I do Qigong, I do yoga, I do outdoor exercise, I try to explore energy I have in me. And then I try to transfer my energy in painting. My model, Michal, has a good energy.
It's a good day for it, you know.
Davide was introduced to carer and part-time model Mikel by mutual friends at an exhibition in Bristol a few years ago, and they have remained close ever since.
Can you turn in profile, profile?
This way?
Yeah. I decided to paint him because in this phase I found a power, the eyes, they catch the viewer. And look at me. My goal in this portrait to paint the expression of this strong character, who Michal is, powerful, but at the same time calm and meditating. I like this pic.
You got it, good.
Yeah, very, very excited, yeah. I want to see the result as soon as possible. We will see.
With 4 days to complete their commissions, the artists can spend more time on the preliminary sketches of their portrait.
Ooh, here's a good spot.
With all choosing to complete compositional sketches in advance.
How do you feel most comfortable?
Looking at you?
Oh, of course. I think look towards the sea.
Yeah.
That's it.
So how do you feel about the whole competition? Do you feel confident?
Of course, I'm still nervous. I think you have to be nervous in a way because it shows you care and it shows you want to do a good job.
What's gonna happen if you win?
Maybe. I'm sure if I win, could be very good and helpful for me. Anyway. Yeah. And then a motivation to carry on with my art.
I like your work. I like that you use the golden leaf because that gives this iconographic vibe.
Are you nervous it's not going to be very flattering?
No, not at all. I really love your work. It's kind of quite clear that you're painting people through kind of your interpretation of them. I find it a lot more interesting that way.
Okay, I think I'm done.
That looks great. Really can't wait to see the final piece.
Okay, I think it's finished.
Show me, show me. Love it, Davide. I look powerful. Beautiful.
What can I say? It's just fantastic.
Well, let's see what we can do with it.
You're the real thing, baby.
The artists' finished portraits will be revealed to the judges shortly before the end of the final. Meanwhile, we're fast approaching the end of the second hour.
I think I'm quite happy with this as a halfway point. I'm kind of going quicker than I thought I would, which I'm happy about.
I'm okay with myself, I'm okay. Maybe with the portrait, no, I don't know. But because to make good portrait, I need more time.
I've managed to cover quite a bit of the head, so I'm going to block in the colours of the background so I've got something to work against the skin. But there's still a lot to do, like the eyes, and there's a few gaps. So I think the next hour is going to be critical for me getting those things down.
Our finalists have been painting our much-loved sitter, Dame Joan Bakewell, for 2 hours.
I love your palette. It's a beautiful object.
They are, aren't they?
It really is. You see it in ancient pictures, don't you?
You do.
18th century.
But yeah.
Reynolds.
Yes, and it's convenient because you've got a little table.
Yeah.
You put your gin tonic on it.
Wonderful.
It's always interesting watching people choose their portraits at the end of the day, and quite often sitters choose flattering ones. Do you think Joan's after flattery?
And what do we mean by flattery? In Joan's case, it's a strong woman who's been intellectually part of the landscape for as long as we know. Yes, that's what she wants, not some sort of simpering beauty.
That's what I want.
So we're at the sort of halfway point of the day. Wendy spent quite a lot of time picking a photo that she wanted to work from.
I think Wendy's definitely picked a photograph that has Joan's angry look in the eyes. It's that sort of, really?
You've picked
Did
what?
you really pick that
Did you mean to
artist?
pick that?
I love the fact that Wendy's trying to capture some of that restless energy that Joan has. She's trying to capture that urgency and restlessness in the little brushstrokes.
I think the problem looking at Wendy's is that she doesn't have the eyes in, and of course Joan has got very alert eyes. She doesn't miss a beat, and so it's almost like a statue of Joan at the moment.
Yes, without the eyes, it's kind of difficult to feel the spirit.
You said of Lorena's semi-final painting that it was a really lovely work of art, if not necessarily a great portrait of Emma Bunton. Are we seeing something similar today?
Yes. There are parts of Lorena's depiction of Joan that have a real Joanness about them. But in her exaggeration of all the features, some of it sort of gets lost. But there is a certain Joan aspect looking through.
But is that enough?
There is something not quite right, but what is special about Lorena's work is that it isn't quite right. There's something off about it that maybe makes you look a bit longer, engage with it more in a different way.
Davide is giving us Joan the icon. You comfortable with what he's doing?
Yeah, I think what's interesting about Davide is he's a real competitor. Like, he's been practicing. He's had to find shortcuts, so I think that's why we've got these feathery brush marks. They're not very naturalistic colours. It's not necessarily a beautiful painting of Joan at the moment, and we're used to him producing quite exquisite things by the end of the day. So I hope it can get a bit closer to the level of finish we're used to.
It's interesting. I do like that he's used gold for a particular sitter. I think it does sort of sanctify her. But I would like to see that refinement in the sense of Joan. There is a sense of a Joan not being there. And whenever I'm around Joan, Joan is on. And I'm feeling that use of the icon and painting her as a symbol, he isn't getting to the person.
So 3 artists working on 3 very different versions of Joan. The stakes are incredibly high. It's going to be an exciting afternoon.
How you doing?
So are you judging, is there judging going on over there?
We've been sort of, talking about who we think you might like. And we've been laughing because we know that you won't like what we're like.
So, do you take my name in vain?
Try to.
So how are you getting on?
Yeah, I think okay. I'm pretty happy time-wise.
I love the composition.
Thank you. How's it going with yours? It's looking really fantastic.
Yeah, I think there's little bits and bobs that need sorting, but I think they will come in time. I'll be happy when I can start playing. I like the end bit when you start to have fun with it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's the best bit.
Why else do we do it?
No, exactly.
So today, you know, you're used to prowling around the studio, interviewing artists, haranguing judges. But today you're sat here. Are you finding it a pleasant experience?
It's really strange because there is a certain authority on sitting on a platform and surveying what's around you. On the other hand, you're quite meaningless because you're just a matter of colour, shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
But I love what they're doing, whatever it is, because it's interesting to see people doing what they're good at.
And are you good at sitting still?
Time will tell.
Davide, you seem to have got quite far quite quickly. Have you got very much left to do?
I have to work more on the light and then more on the brightening of the clothes.
And will the feathery lines on the skin, will they disappear?
No,
they will stay.
No. I prefer to leave. Yeah.
So we see the hand of the artist.
Yeah.
Where I'm at right now is where I wanted to be, and I'm just going to keep kind of working on the clothes. I do really want to have enough time to get into the background properly. I think that's important.
How's it going?
I'm worried I've got her looking too cross, so I think I need to do something about softening that gaze.
How do you do that?
With tiny little tweaks. It can be the millimetre that can just change the whole expression.
And that's all around the eyes?
That's all around the eyes, so she's not looking too stern.
Not too stern.
No.
But there is, sternness is part of the,
Yeah, she's direct.
She's direct and she's really sees the world and engages with it. And if she doesn't like something,
Yes.
she'll say.
With the end of the competition nearing, there's always a danger of overworking the portrait.
I've seen you put more gold on. Does it make it denser? Does it make it more strong?
I'm trying to give a bit more movement.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find the good
balance.
Balance, yeah.
I'm happy with it. I think I'm happy with the likeness at the moment. I kind of have to step back, have a look at it overall, maybe do any corrections if needed.
There's loads of things I would change, but there's a danger now of going into tweaks and I'll lose that freshness. So actually, given a time frame, I think it's quite a risk.
Our finalists have just moments left to complete their portraits of Joan Bakewell.
Now I have to finish some detail and then stop. I'm not going to do anything else. I leave it like this. I don't know if I catch the real character. Maybe not, I don't know.
I've just seen something in the eye that I need to change, so I'm just doing that now. Once I've done this, I think it'll be done. I think.
Keep going, artists. You have 1 minute left.
I'm basically done. I'm just doing some very small touches. I don't really want to play too much with her face. I'm pretty happy with where that is.
Artists, your time is up. Your final challenge is over. Please put down your equipment and step away from your portraits. So, Joan, you did it, 4 hours.
I managed.
Fictional,
I
wasn't
was
it?
quite fidgety.
You were. You were. I suppose you have no idea what's waiting for you, but there is a slight discrepancy in size of some of those portraits. You can tell that, can't
This
you?
is very small indeed. If it's good, I shall call it a gem. If it's not, I'll think of something else.
I don't think we should prolong this moment any longer, do you?
No, no.
Artists, can I ask you please to turn around your easels?
Oh, it's usual to say, wow. So I'll say it. Wow. They are all extremely interesting paintings as works in their own right. I'm enormously pleased about that. In terms of vanity, I'm trying to resist any comment.
Right, let's go and have a closer look, shall we?
Right, yes. I think I look as though I'm trying to think of the answer to a very difficult quiz. And I find that rather flattering.
To me, that's us around the dinner table and someone is saying something with which you disagree.
Let's call it thoughtful.
Thoughtful.
Will you settle,
We'll settle
for
well,
thoughtful?
we can agree on thoughtful. Now, Lorena.
This is lovely. This is really dramatic and original. And the microphone there, too. It's marvellously constructed. This dark outline of my clothes, I think that looks very stylish.
And you are very stylish.
Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you. I do love the use of the gold. I mean, it's really impressive and it throws out the whole image. I think I look a bit worried. Perhaps I have looked worried all day. I haven't felt worried. The fall of this garment is very good indeed, isn't it? I mean, it's a gem.
It is a gem.
Ah,
there you go,
thank you.
Davide.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Well, Joan, you know the drill.
I do. It's the dreaded moment, a moment of choice. Well, I understand what people go through because each work has something important to offer in its own right. So whatever decision I make has to carry a lot of personal impulses that are no part of any kind of judgment. I think I will go for the icon.
Well, Davide.
Before the judges inspect today's finished portraits, they get to see the 3 commissioned artworks to give them a better idea of what the finalists can achieve given more time.
This is
Oh,
amazing.
wow, these are amazing.
Oh, my goodness. How did we do it?
Yeah.
Really raised the bar again.
And it's interesting, given a bit of time, without us standing around, they really produce some nice stuff.
The commission is a full body, and then they can compare the miniature I did today. So they have 2 pieces, and then they compare, and then they can judge probably a good work, but I don't know. It's very personal, the judgment.
I don't know these people, but I know them. They're instantly paintings which draw you in and say something about the sitter and the subject.
And a complexity which we haven't seen before, and all of them.
I think the commission just shows that I can work in really big scale and do quite a lot of detail, do a different method of painting, like clothing and background. And I guess it shows the judges like what I am capable to do in a longer period of time.
These commissions, every time, they just really knock your socks off. It seems completely ridiculous to try and pick a winner out of them. Wow, we've got a lot of looking and talking to do. I'm dying to see these with what they did today.
I'm feeling everything all at once. I'm hoping I've brought something into the paintings of my husband, Fred. I suppose it was a portrait of, yeah, my love for him.
To complete their deliberations, the judges examine the commission alongside the portraits produced today.
So here we are, we're choosing someone not just to be crowned Portrait Artist of the Year, but to go away and paint a commission to hang in the National Portrait Gallery. And the commissions give us that sense of what they can do with some time. I'm not sure Davide would have dressed Joan like that if he'd had more time.
I think it's just fantastically original. You know, you have these 2 worlds colliding, something that feels historic, traditional, and then something that feels incredibly contemporary. There's just so many intelligent choices.
Yeah, the skin is rendered almost as if it's pointillist in a way. But what I love about this is the format. It feels really fresh, it feels new, it feels interesting, it makes me curious.
Yeah, it's interesting. In Davide's commission, there's not much there. It's the black and the gold and then a bit of the flesh. But when I saw it, my first impression is, what the hell is this? And it's that kind of not being able to place it that gives it tension. And suddenly it makes you look at the portrait of Joan that Davide did today in a different sort of light. You suddenly realize he is a different sort of artist. And yes, it is an icon of Joan, but it does something else to Joan as well. I can see the whole of Joan's life in that painting, in a sense, in her head.
Lorena gave us that very elegant shape to the body.
So many artists are so worried about structure, and I think for Lorena, it's about, like, the absence of structure. The heads almost hold themselves in their own space, and everything else is some other kind of logic applies. I love the expression that she's caught of Joan. I know that expression. And it's interesting because on this one, you have a totally different expression. It's just very warm and open. And it's interesting as well to see her go much bigger, and fascinating to see her develop the painting this much more.
It's quite illustrative, it's quite cartoony in a way. Does the undoneness save us from overkill on that?
I ran with that for a while, and now looking at the two paintings, I don't know how I doubted the likeness of Joan. It is Joan's wry, on-point look. And you suddenly realise Lorena's exaggeration in the features isn't an exaggeration just to make it interesting. It's an exaggeration of somebody alive and moving.
I also love the way Lorena wants to introduce iconography in some sort of way. So you have the microphone, the water. She knew those elements were important. There's obviously a story that she's trying to tell us. There's a message there.
So 4 paintings painted on wood, and then Wendy uses, what does she use? What is that, canvas?
Wendy's what we might term a traditional artist, you know. She paints realistically with using tones and earth colours, nothing's too bright. And in doing so, she makes it feel very contemporary.
I think what's so impressive about Wendy is that she paints, you know, these big heads, and they're very structured, big brush marks, but there's nothing heavy about them. You know, they always have a lovely serenity to them. They feel really harmonious. The light always feels as if it's bathing the subjects.
What Wendy's portraiture reminds me of is the fact that paint can do something that photography can't. There's a humanity somehow, there's a realness. You understand these people. I mean, yes, we understand Joan because we know her, but I understand the sitter that she's put together in her commission as well. You sort of feel their mood, you feel their emotion. There's a direct human connection.
Well, there we go. You've got 3 artists, 2 paintings each, plus, of course, I'm sure your minds hark back to their Emma Buntons and their first Heat paintings. But the stakes are high. We need a winner.
Wendy, Davide, Lorena, you're all wonderful artists, and you've been wonderful finalists.
But there can be only one winner, and the judges have made their choice. The winner of Portrait Artist of the Year is Wendy Barrett.
I don't know what just happened. I'm speechless. I always had a dream. I thought perhaps I could do it, but not realistically, and how wrong was I?
Thank you.
Molto speciale, please.
Wendy deserved this competition. I like the style, I like the texture. He's a very good artist, good portraits.
Wendy's an incredible artist. Her work is very calm, it's serene. There's like a real warmth to it. You feel like you know the person that she's painted.
Wendy, great painter with a sensitivity for the human condition, and that combination is just magical.
I just love the way that Wendy builds these heads. They're always large, they're robust, they've got so much structure to them, and at the same time, they're sensitive, they're beautiful things to look at. So it's just an absolutely beguiling combination.
I always know when we pick the right artist because I'm already excited about the portrait commission that they're going to give us. And the combination of Dr. Jane Goodall and Wendy is just a marriage made in heaven.
This just proves there's no limit to how you can push yourself, and if you've got a dream, you owe it to yourself to go for it and give it a go.
If you'd like to find out more about the competition and the artists featured, go to skyartsartistoftheyear.tv. Next time, Wendy gets to know well-renowned conservationist Dr. Jane Goodall.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Two little chimps meeting.
Yes. Cheers.
As she begins work on her commission for the National Portrait Gallery's permanent collection.
Will you help me unveil it?
Me?
Yes, why not?